Failure is not the opposite of success. It is the price you pay for it. Welcome to Story Studio 91. Today, we bring you a story about a woman who heard the word no 100 times before she changed the world. Her name was Sara Blakely. She was 27 years old. She had $5,000 in her bank account, and she had an idea that everyone said was crazy. Sara grew up in Florida. Her father taught her something unusual. Every week at dinner, he would ask, "What did you fail at this week?" If Sara had no failures to share, her father would be disappointed. He taught her that failure was not something to fear. It was something to celebrate. Because failure meant you tried, this lesson would save her life. After college, Sara tried many things. She wanted to be a lawyer, but she failed the entrance exam twice. She tried stand-up comedy. She was terrible. She sold fax machines door to door for 7 years. She hated it. Every day, Sara drove around Florida in the hot sun. She knocked on doors. Most people slammed the door in her face. She made very little money. She felt stuck. But Sara noticed something. When she wore pants, they looked bad under her clothes. The lines showed. The fabric bunched up. She wanted something smooth that nobody could see. So she cut the feet off her pantyhose. It worked. She looked better. She felt better. Then Sara had a thought. What if other women had the same problem? What if she could sell this product? She had no experience in business. She had no money. She had no connections. But she had something more important. She had a problem that needed solving. Sara spent her nights researching. She learned about patents. She learned about manufacturing. She wrote her own patent because she could not afford a lawyer. She saved every dollar she earned, selling fax machines. Then she started calling factories. She needed someone to make her product. The first factory said no. The second factory said no. The third, the fourth, the fifth. They all said no. Some factories laughed at her. Some told her the idea was stupid. Some said women would never buy it. Some just hung up the phone. Sara kept calling. She heard no 20 times, 30 times, 50 times. Most people would have quit. Most people would have said, "Maybe everyone is right. Maybe this is a bad idea." But Sara remembered what her father taught her. Failure is not the end. It is just information. It tells you to try differently. After months of rejection, one factory owner called her back. He said his daughters convinced him to help. They told him. Sara's idea was brilliant. Finally, someone said yes. Sara created her product. She called it Spanx. She designed the packaging herself. She wrote the name on the box in red letters. She knew it had to be perfect. But now she had a new problem. How would she sell it? Sara called department stores. She tried to get meetings with buyers. Again, she heard no everywhere. She called Neiman Marcus, a famous store. They rejected her. She called Saks. They rejected her. She called Bloomingdale's. They rejected her. But Sara did not give up. She flew to Dallas with her own money. She walked into the Neiman Marcus headquarters. She asked to speak to the buyer. The buyer was not interested. She started to walk away. Then Sara did something bold. She asked the buyer to come to the bathroom with her. The buyer thought Sara was crazy, but something made her follow. In that bathroom, Sara put on her Spanx. She showed the buyer the before and after. She showed her how it changed everything. The buyer stared. Then she smiled. Then she said yes. Neiman Marcus agreed to sell Spanx in 7 stores. Sara was so excited she could barely breathe. But she knew this was just the beginning. She needed people to know about her product. She sent samples to Oprah Winfrey's team. Months went by. Sara heard nothing. She kept working. She kept believing. Then one day, she got a call. Oprah Winfrey named Spanx one of her favorite products. Everything exploded. Women across America wanted Spanx. Stores called Sara begging to sell her product. She could barely keep up with orders. Within 1 year, Sara made millions of dollars. Within 5 years, she built a company worth hundreds of millions. Today, Sara Blakely is a billionaire. She's the youngest self-made female billionaire in America. She did it without taking any outside investment. She owns 100% of her company. But here is what makes Sara's story truly special. She never forgot where she came from. When Forbes named her a billionaire, Sara was at home in sweatpants. She was not at a fancy party. She was not showing off. She was just living her life. Sara gives millions of dollars to help other women start businesses. She teaches them what she learned. She tells them that failure is not the enemy. Fear is. Sara says the biggest risk is not trying at all. She says most people have ideas but never act on them. They wait for permission. They wait for perfect conditions. They wait until they feel ready. But ready never comes. Sara acted when she was not ready. She had no business degree. She had no money. She had no connections. All she had was a willingness to fail 100 times. Every rejection taught her something. Every no made her stronger. Every closed door forced her to find a window. She could have quit after 10 rejections, after 50, after 90. But she kept going. And the 101st try changed everything. Today, millions of women wear Spanx. But they are not just wearing shapewear. They are wearing the result of one woman's refusal to give up. Sara Blakely proved that you do not need permission to succeed. You do not need a perfect background. You do not need luck. You just need an idea, courage, and the strength to fail over and over until you win. Her father taught her to celebrate failure, and that lesson built a billion-dollar empire. So the next time someone tells you no, remember Sara. Remember that no is not the end. It is just one step closer to yes. Your success might be on the other side of the 100th. Failure. Do not stop now. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe to Story Studio 91 and share this wisdom with someone who needs it today.